The Lost Colony. In the year 2257, humanity had reached the far corners of the galaxy, establishing colonies on distant planets and moons. One of the most ambitious projects was the Vectra 9 colony, a lush planet orbiting a distant star in the Andromeda galaxy. Vectra 9 was intended to be a new utopia, a place where humanity could start afresh. But something went wrong. Communications with Vectra 9 abruptly ceased, and no one knew why. The United Earth Federation dispatched a team of highly skilled astronauts and scientists to investigate. The starship Galileo, a state-of-the-art vessel equipped with the latest in FTL, faster-than-light travel technology, was chosen for the mission. Its crew was an elite team led by Captain Elena Sorensen, a seasoned space explorer with a reputation for handling the most challenging missions. Elena stood on the bridge of the Galileo, gazing at the star-studded expanse of space through the large viewport. The ship's AI, Atlas, projected a holographic display of their destination. "Captain, we are approaching Vectra 9, Atlas announced in its calm, modulated voice. "Good," Elena replied. She turned to her crew, a mix of engineers, biologists, and security personnel. "Prepare for descent. We need to find out what happened to the colony." As the Galileo descended through Vectra 9's atmosphere, the crew observed a world of verdant forests, vast oceans, and towering mountain ranges. It looked like a paradise, but the lack of human activity was ominous. The colony should have been bustling with life, yet their sensors detected no signs of human presence. "Landing site secured," said Lieutenant Michael Trent, the ship's pilot. "All systems are green." The ship touched down on a landing pad overgrown with vegetation. The colony's buildings were still standing, but nature had begun to reclaim the area. Elena and her team disembarked, stepping into the eerie silence of the deserted colony. "Fan out and search the area," Elena ordered. "Stay in constant communication. We don't know what we're dealing with." The team split into groups, each member equipped with advanced scanning devices. Dr. Ava Patel, the chief biologist, led a group towards the colony's central hub, hoping to access any remaining data logs. Lieutenant Trent and his security team moved towards the residential quarters, while Elena and Dr. Marcus Leclerc, the head engineer, investigated the power plant. Ava's team entered the central hub, a large dome-like structure housing the colony's command center and data archives. The doors creaked open, revealing a scene of disarray. Terminals were covered in dust, and the air was stale. Ava activated her scanner, searching for any active systems. "Power is minimal, but I think we can access the logs," Ava said, connecting her tablet to the main terminal. The screen flickered to life, displaying a series of corrupted files. "This might take a while." Meanwhile, Trent's team combed through the residential quarters. The living spaces were eerily untouched, as if the colonists had simply vanished. Personal belongings lay scattered, and half-eaten meals were left on tables, now fossilized. Trent's scanner beeped, indicating traces of an unknown energy source. "Captain, we're detecting something unusual," Trent reported. "It's an energy signature we can't identify. Permission to investigate further." "Granted," Elena replied. "But be cautious. We don't know what we're dealing with." Elena and Marcus reached the power plant, a sprawling complex of machinery and reactors. The plant was barely operational, running on emergency power. Marcus began analyzing the systems, trying to determine what caused the shutdown. "These reactors are offline," Marcus said, frowning at the readings. "But it's not due to a malfunction. It's as if someone intentionally powered them down." Elena's communicator buzzed with Ava's voice. "Captain, I've accessed some of the logs. There are reports of strange phenomena before the colony went dark. Unexplained disappearances, strange lights in the sky, and equipment malfunctions. Whatever happened, it wasn't natural." Elena's mind raced. They had to find more answers. "Ava, keep digging through those logs. Marcus, see if you can get the reactors back online. We need full power to run a thorough scan of this place." As they worked, a sense of unease settled over the team. They were not alone on Vectra 9. and whatever had happened to the colonists could happen to them. As the team delved deeper into the mystery, strange occurrences began to escalate. Equipment malfunctioned, and eerie noises echoed through the colony. One night, as the team regrouped at the Galileo for a debriefing, the power fluctuated, casting the ship in an ominous darkness. "What's happening?" Elena demanded, gripping her communicator. "It's the same energy signature we detected earlier," Trent replied. "But it's much stronger now." Suddenly, a blinding light enveloped the ship, and the crew found themselves outside, standing in the middle of a lush, alien forest. The Galileo was nowhere to be seen, and the familiar structures of the colony had vanished. Panic set in as the crew tried to make sense of their new surroundings. "This must be some kind of temporal or spatial displacement," Marcus theorized. But how? Before they could investigate further, they were confronted by a group of humanoid beings. They were tall, with translucent skin that shimmered in the sunlight. Their eyes glowed with an ethereal light, and they communicated telepathically. "Do not be afraid," a voice resonated in their minds. "We are the Solari, the original inhabitants of this planet. You have been brought here because your presence has disrupted the balance." Elena stepped forward, her instincts as a leader taking over. "We mean no harm. We came to find out what happened to our people." The Solari's leader, a being named Lyra, explained. "Your colony's technology interfered with the natural energy of this world. It awakened the ancient guardians, who protect our realm from any disturbance. They removed your people to another dimension to safeguard the planet. Can we bring them back?" Ava asked, desperation in her voice. Lyra nodded. "Yes, but you must restore the balance. Deactivate your technology and help us heal the land. Only then can we reunite you with your people." With Lyra's guidance, the crew set out to deactivate the colony's technology. It was a daunting task, as they had to traverse treacherous terrain and face the Guardians' massive elemental beings that embodied the forces of nature. The first Guardian they encountered was Terra, a colossal being of stone and earth. It guarded the main reactor, its presence causing the ground to tremble. Elena led her team cautiously, trying to communicate their peaceful intentions. "We need to deactivate the reactor," Elena said, projecting her thoughts towards Terra. "We want to restore balance." Terra's eyes glowed as it assessed their intentions. Slowly it stepped aside, allowing Marcus to approach the reactor. With deft hands he began the shutdown process. As the reactor powered down, the air around them grew still, and Terra melded back into the earth. Next they faced Aqua, a guardian of water and ice. Aqua guarded the colony's water purification system, and its realm was a maze of frozen lakes and rushing rivers. Ava took the lead, her expertise in biology helping her understand the Guardian's nature. "We're here to help," Ava communicated. "We want to heal the water and restore life." Aqua's form shimmered, and it allowed the team to approach. Using her knowledge, Ava worked to purify the water and deactivate the pumps. As the water began to flow naturally, Aqua dissolved into the currents, a sign of its approval. The final guardian was Ignis, a fiery being of heat and flame, protecting the colony's geothermal plant. Trent, with his background in security and tactical operations, took charge. "We're not here to harm your realm," Trent thought, focusing on calm and peaceful images. "We seek only to undo the damage." Ignis roared, flames dancing around it, but it sensed Trent's sincerity and allowed them to proceed. Marcus, with Trent's assistance, carefully deactivated the geothermal plant. As the fires dimmed, Ignis disappeared into the lava flows. With the colony's technology deactivated, the crew returned to Lyra. "We have done as you asked," Elena said. "Please, reunite us with our people." Lyra nodded, her eyes glowing brighter. "You have restored balance and shown respect for our world. We will honor our promise." A blinding light enveloped the crew once more, and when it faded, they found themselves back in the familiar surroundings of the colony. But this time the colonists were there too, dazed and confused but unharmed. The Solari had kept their word. Reunions were tearful and joyous. Families embraced, and the crew of the Galileo was hailed as heroes. King Arthur, the colony's leader, expressed his deep gratitude. "You have saved us all. We owe you our lives." As the colonists began to rebuild, this time in harmony with the planet's natural energies, the crew of the Galileo prepared to return to Earth. Lyra and a delegation of Solari visited them one last time. "Your courage and wisdom have restored the balance," Lyra said. "You are always welcome here, friends of Vectra 9. Elena nodded, feeling a deep sense of fulfillment. "Thank you, Lyra. We have learned much from you." As the Galileo ascended through the atmosphere, leaving Vectra 9 behind, Elena reflected on their journey. They had faced unimaginable challenges and discovered the true meaning of harmony between technology and nature. The experience had changed them all, leaving an indelible mark on their souls. Back on Earth, the story of Vectra 9 would inspire generations to come. The tale of how humanity learned to respect and coexist with the ancient energies of a distant world became a beacon of hope and wisdom. And as the stars beckoned, humanity ventured forth, guided by the lessons of Vectra 9, ever striving to balance the wonders of technology with the sanctity of nature. The end.
This has been a Storytime story on YouTube. Thanks for listening.